Step-siblings lessons. Ethan had been in love with Sarah for as long as he could remember. She was everything he ever wanted. Smart, beautiful, and kind. Every night, he found himself lost in thoughts of her, imagining what it would be like to hold her, to kiss her, to call her his. But there was one problem. He had never kissed anyone before. His desperation grew as he planned to confess his feelings. What if she expected a perfect first kiss? What if he messed it up? The thought terrified him. That was when a crazy idea struck him. He needed practice. And who better to help than his stepsister Claire? Claire had been living with Ethan for 3 years since their parents remarried. They got along well, though they were never particularly close. When Ethan hesitantly approached her with his strange request, she was utterly taken aback. "You want me to what?" Claire asked, her eyebrows shooting up. "Just a practice kiss," Ethan pleaded. "I don't want Sarah to be disappointed if I do it wrong." Claire hesitated. This was weird, really weird. But seeing the desperation in his eyes, she sighed and crossed her arms. "Just once," she muttered. "And we never talk about it again." The first time was awkward. Ethan was nervous, his hands trembling. Claire, trying to maintain a professional attitude, guided him gently. They kissed briefly and pulled away quickly, both avoiding each other's eyes. "There, you got what you wanted," Claire said, cheeks flushed. "Now go impress your dream girl." With renewed confidence, Ethan finally confessed to Sarah. To his delight, she agreed to give him a chance. For a while, everything seemed perfect, until Sarah abruptly ended things. "I just don't feel the same way," she had said, her words shattering him. The rejection sent Ethan spiraling into depression. He locked himself in his room, barely speaking to anyone. One evening, Claire knocked on his door. "You need to get over her," she said bluntly. "Sulking won't change anything." "I don't know how," he admitted, his voice barely above a whisper. Claire bit her lip, hesitating before she said, "You know, kissing helps." Ethan looked up, startled. "Are you serious?" She nodded slowly. "Maybe it'll help you move on." What started as a desperate attempt to escape heartbreak turned into something more. Each kiss they shared became less about practice and more about them. The tension between them grew, an unspoken connection pulling them closer. One night, after yet another practice session, Ethan pulled away and stared into Claire's eyes. "This doesn't feel like practice anymore." Claire swallowed hard. "I know." Neither of them wanted to admit it, but the truth was clear. They had fallen for each other. It was terrifying and thrilling all at once. They knew their families would never approve, but the way they felt when they were together was undeniable. "What do we do now?" Ethan asked. Claire took a deep breath and smiled softly. "We take it one step at a time. Together." Despite the risks, despite the uncertainty, they chose each other. It wasn't the love story Ethan had imagined, but maybe it was the one he was meant to have.